because before the 7th century in Azerbaijan was popular Zoroastrian and Christianity. And people, members of Zoroastrian religion, they came to here for the pray and do some rituals. In the top of this Maiden Tower, in the first floor, was found the remains of fire. So fire is the meaning, the element of the Zoroastrian religion. In the 12th century, they add the second floor, and connection with the first floor and second floor was just rope. When around here was some war, people hide inside this tower and they get up to second floor with rope. And when they get in, they cut the rope so no one can get entered. It was second assumption. The third assumption, because of Caspian was around here, ships use this tower as a lighthouse. And the final assumption is that the researcher scientists in that time used this house as the astrological surges. Yes, observe the sky and that surges in that time. Now we exactly know it is museum. You can buy tickets from here. You can go to the up, and from the up there is a view of the whole old town. By the way, I don't know if you know or not. Since 2016 until today, every year we are having Formula One race games at the Baku.
Yes.
And this race games actually happens in that hall. So sometimes people buy the ticket from Maiden Tower and watching the races from there.
Cheaper.
Cheaper, yes, of course.
So why the name Maiden Tower? Why the name Maiden Tower?
Maiden Tower, right? There is actually also another name, Virgin Tower. The Maiden Tower, it's because was the main tower in that time, so people used to call it the Maiden Tower.
Okay,
Virgin Tower never was occupied by some country or some tribe, so that reason they called it Virgin Tower. Inside you can see the flame towers, modern part of the Baku. Flame towers, there's these three towers with shape, it looks like a fire. The 7th centuries, Arabic Empire changed the name in here like Azerbaijan, like a land of fire, and also the people became the Muslim. Nowadays, 70% of Azerbaijani population are
Only 70%.
only 70, because we have also 10-15% Christians, few percent Jews, and also other religions. And shape of flame towers looks like a fire. At the night, it's lighting as a fire. You will have a Baku
Yes,
night.
yes.
You will see. And also the Azerbaijani flag. Two of them is a business center. No, one of them is hotel. One of them is hotel. Two of them is a business center. Next to that, there is a tower which it's actually a television station. But in the top there is a restaurant. If you want, in Norway, we will stop at some sweet shops. You can try the baklava in there, because they're it's a lot to try. Guys, in here you will see so many carpets surrounded here. Azerbaijan is one of the first countries which carpet was established. That reason, around of the inner city there is so many carpets. Even nowadays, at our apartments, we are having every room we are having some carpet.
Okay.
At my apartment, we have 6 or 7 carpets. My mom loves having them. I am not fan of them, but still. And in Azerbaijani carpets, the traditional one, we have two styles, Turkish and Persian style. For example, this is mix of colors with flowers, with nature. It is usually Persian style of the carpets, but this is with symbols. It is Turkish style. So wooden balcony in here.
Yes.
At the 19th centuries, wood, material of wood was very expensive, even expensive than oil. Imagine. So if some people had the wooden balcony, it means they're wealth.
Oh,
So they're rich and they show their wealth. In that time, it was used to see some women at the balcony, because women, when they went outside, they used to cover their face and head. Usually men sit at the balcony, drink their tea and play some nakt. Nakt is Azerbaijani chess.
Okay.
Because Azerbaijan is located middle of Asia and Europe, they have to pass from the Azerbaijan. So, and they needed some place for live. Caravanserai worked as a hotel roles in that time.
Yeah.
In Multani Caravanserai, usually people from India came and lived. And in the Bukhara, this one was called Bukhara, people from Asia. Because who has a similar language and similar religion, they prefer to stay at the one caravanserai. This one belonged to around 14th centuries and Bukhara belonged to around 15th centuries. And when people came and stay in here, they stay around 4 or 5 days and they open the bazaars in that picture.
Yes.
The bazaars is like a place that people trade with each other, even with the tourists and the local people. And even they had the special rooms for their animals because they usually travel with horse and camels. And there was two main rings, the big one in here and the small one in here. When men came, they usually ring with the big one. So inside they identify this is the men came to open door. But when women came, they ring with the little one, so they know that it is a woman. Woman came to open the old garden. Why is that? Because this is one of the oldest garden which during the king's times, Baku kings lived in here. Until the 17th centuries, in general, from 9th century to 16th centuries, Azerbaijan was ruled by kings Shirvanshah family. Even we have Shirvanshah Palace in the inner city, we will visit today. The 17th century, Safavid Empire came to the ruler because they had a war between Shirvanshah and the Safavid. Both of them original was from Azerbaijan. Safavid won Shah Ismail. It is the first king at the Safavid, and they became the ruler of Azerbaijan. At the 18th centuries, Azerbaijan was ruled by Nadir Shah Empire, which originally he was Iran. And this was the biggest empire time in Azerbaijan that the old boundaries even went to the Delhi. This person is Azim Azimzadeh. He actually lived during the Soviet Union times in the 20th centuries, and he paint the pictures like this. He wanted to show poverty of the society in that time because he generally hates the false religious people because there was so many misinformation about the religions, and some people they used about that and they try to rule and misinformate the population in here, and population believed them. They start to follow that guys. He hated that situation, so he wanted to show that you are in the wrong way. Also, he showed how the differences between the people was in that time. For example, you can see that the fat guy and also the skinny guy. The fat guy mostly a trader. He is fat because he's wealth. He eats more meat. And the skinny guy, he is poor because he don't eat meat. And he is carrying his bags in there. It is like society was like that. Also another trader in here, like he is smoking a smoke. He is very confident. And next to him there is one mullah, religious guy, and another is just his secretary, something like that. So he wanted to show how people right now society looks like. In 1920 year, the Bolsheviks, I mean Soviet Union, first time came to the Azerbaijan, and their army was more bigger and stronger, so they won, and Azerbaijan became part of the Soviet Union. After that time, Russian language became very important in here, and Soviet Union, they didn't like any religion around in here, so they destroyed the mosque, churches. So that is the main reason why even nowadays around in Azerbaijan not many people are strict religious, because that Soviet Union impact still in here in the Azerbaijan. Also, the Russian language is the second popular language after the Azerbaijan, because high society of Baku population, they speak in Russian between them, so it is privilege in here to speak in Russian. Some people just they wanted to show themselves that we know Russian. It is like privilege, so they're speaking in the Russian. This area was the building before that, which Baku Khan lived, but now it is a modern hotel. It was replaced by the modern buildings, hotels surrounding here. And this park also was the pottery park that usually local people made some the pottery in here like that. And if you will look here, actually in Azerbaijan the coldest time is starting from January and continue to the March. February, January, March is very cold because of wind. Baku is very windy city. Maybe you noticed that. Temperature in here might be around 10, 11 or maybe 5, 4, but because of wind too much around it here, it might feel more colder.
Baku means wind.
Yes, the Baku names actually comes from the name Bhagavan.
Bhagavan, which means city of God.
Yes, and city of
So Baku name comes from Bhagwan.
Bhagavan. Yes,
It's a Persian name. Old
yes,
Persian.
it's Persian name. Yeah, and
What does the name mean?
Bhagavan.
Yeah.
It's city of God, and also there's
City of
another
God, okay.
and another name, city of wind. Here you will see the traditional music instruments. That one in here in the back, it's called tag. It's represent happiness. This one is the daf in Azerbaijan, and that one is the kemancha, Azerbaijani violin, which represents sadness. Daf, it is balance with the tag and the kemancha, so happiness and sadness. All these three music instruments we are using during the mugham music. So mugham is Azerbaijan traditional music, which the main instruments are 3 of them. When during the mugham you listen, you're gonna feel the sadness, happiness at the same time, and that don't gonna allow you feel the one of them. You will feel both of them. Guys, this one in here it's called hammams. Hammam, it is bath, local bath. This hammam was belonged to 17th centuries. It was underground hammam, but it discovered recently in 2016. We had hammam tradition at the past. This hammams was the main hanging out place for the local people, because in that time there wasn't any restaurant, cafe, or spend the time together. They came to the hammam. It was allowed to bring food, drink, the music instruments, games.
Shisha.
Shisha. What is that?
Hookah.
Hookah.
For smoking.
Oh yes.
People having hookah.
Yes, exactly. Shisha. And this used to spend time in together. 5 days of the week, it was allowed to men. 2 days, it was allowed to women. And in the door, if you will see the scarf, it was meant this is the woman day.
Okay.
But if there was hat, it was meant this is the man day.
Okay.
Hammams, this hammam was located next to the main doors. Because
Okay.
when someone came outside from the city, first thing they sent that person to the hammam for cleanup,
Okay.
and then go, you are free. Now you are clean. Even in that time, usual mother choose the bride for their son.
Oh.
So when when woman want exactly when woman wanted to get married and mother who were looking for a bride for their son, they came in here, they meet each other, and if they like each other, that was mean marriage is coming.
Oh.
Woman decide.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was mother's choices always was first than the son or the
The
father.
woman is always right.
Yes.
Take pointers.
You see our scarf in here. In scarf there is a pattern. Looks like a 6. That
Yes.
pattern is called buta. It's Azerbaijani traditional pattern. You will see traditional dance outfits, traditional scarves, hats, and so on. And also carpets. This one called samovar, but it is little souvenir. This usually the bigger one, and we are using samovar during all garden parties, garden tea parties, because exactly we are tea drinkers, guys. We love black tea. we never ever put some milk on our tea. Okay, guys? It is crime in here. Don't put milk in our tea, please. We like put some flavors, lemon, but not tea. Like milk.
In some places they serve it with jam also.
Yes, it is called murabba.
Yeah.
Murabba, Azerbaijani traditional jam. We are making it with fruits, but usually we eat it with tea.
Yeah.
We put some murabba to our mouth.
First you have it, yeah, and then you
Yes,
have it.
it is really tasty. When you will order tea set, they will bring you murabba, nuts, chocolate, and tea. Even if you wanna go to some guest as a guest to Azerbaijani family, they will serve you tea set. It means we are welcoming you at our apartment house. This year, this site is called Double Gates. Double Gates was main entrance to the inner city in the past times, and one of them was belonged to 12th centuries, the another one 17th centuries.
Okay.
5-century age gap between them. But despite that fact, it was so identical that people used to call it Double Gates. First time when Shirvanshah family came to the hill, to Baku, they started to build walls around in the Baku inner city for the protection. So these walls actually belong to 12th centuries. Like capital city in that time, the first capital city was Shirvanshahs. Shirvanshahs is located in the middle of Azerbaijan, which is really famous because of grapes and the wine. But that time in Shirvanshahs city was big earthquake. That city was destroyed. So Shirvanshah family in the 11th, 12th centuries they decided to move capital city far away to the Baku. So when they came in here, they built walls and Shirvanshah Palace for their viewing. Today also we will visit Shirvanshah Palace as well. So that palace was a place that Shirvanshah family lived in that time, and the walls was for the protection. Even on top of that walls was the guardians
Okay.
who was responsible for protections at the city. To try some baklavas, the traditional one. It is Novgorod, guys. You have to try.
We tried the Turkish one, so we tried
Yeah.
the Azerbaijan one.
You're gonna love Azerbaijan one more.
See, that's the confidence. This proposal is accepted, and if there is less sugar in the tea,
Yeah, that's the tradition I heard.
Yeah.
They put even less.
if it is a less sugar, yeah.
Salt means don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it. If there is less sugar, they're not certain about it. If there is more sugar, the proposal is still like, it's a yes.
It is a past tradition actually.
Okay.
The new tradition is here, like when for a challenge the man, the bride, they're putting some salt in
Okay.
his tea. If that man will drink all the tea, it means that he deserves the bride.
Oh,
Some of
and
them.
this is
some.
this is Turkish style?
This one Turkish also, but this one is traditional. So if you want, also you can try the Turkish one.
Okay.
It's up to you.
This one is a traditional one. Huh.
Okay.
This is show. This will show you baklava.
Do you see in the middle there is a ox, head of ox. It's
This way.
showing power. In the left and the right side there is a lion. It's protectors. It means lions protect the inner city. The protectors protecting the inner city at the day and the night, all the time. And it is a powerful city. Yeah, really. Also, you have the symbol like that. In here, you can see semani. It is also part of Novgorod tradition.
Yes.
We are having semani. It is showing that the spring is here. Here, this is the most famous spot in the inner city that they are really serving good traditional food. Salam Baku, Gaynana, Old Mangal. There's a good restaurant. By the way, do you mean what is mean Gaynana?
Huh?
In the restaurant name is Gaynana. Do you mean the meaning?
No.
It means mother-in-law. Mother-in-law.
Ah, Nana. Oh,
Because in Azerbaijan, bride and mother-in-law always in the food competition. Who gonna make most delicious food?
yeah, everywhere. Roads and all that it must be quite old. Huh?
Yes, like many streets in the inner city, it is very narrow. Why is that? Because maybe you feel that now it is more warmer. These narrow cities actually protect the wind of the local people. And another purpose, most of the streets look like a labyrinth. So when enemy was inside of the city, he can easily lost. So that reason people make the streets like a labyrinth. Azerbaijanis are cat lovers, guys. We love to feed street cats. That reason most of them are pet.
I feel that in Islamic nations there are cats.
Yes.
And they're filled with cats.
In Islam, the cats are special animals. Ismailiya building. First time, this is actually one of the beautiful buildings in the around here in the Baku. Actually, first time it was built in the 1913 by Musa Naghiyev. Musa Naghiyev was one of the rich guy. He had the big oil industries in the city, but his son Ismail died from the illness. So that reason, for showing and honoring his son, he wanted to build most beautiful building in the city. He sent the architecture to the Europe for inspiration, and when Józef Ploška, Polish architect, came to the hill, he started the construction of this building. After the 5 years, he finally finished the construction, and in 1913, this was opening launch at the building. Until 1920, this building was main building for charity guys that they came in here, they discussed how they're gonna build in the city and so on. When Bolsheviks, Soviet Union came to here, they put to get stars to this building, and they told us, when we came, we bring education with ourselves, so we wanna call this building as a national building of science. So after that day, this building was changed as a national building of science. Now it is not allowed to go inside, but at the 19th centuries, Baku became more popular city. Around here, people started to discover oil, and they became the rich. And Hacı Zeynalabdin Taghiyev, he also bought some land, and after the 8 years, he finally discovered in his land oil, and he became rich. But he's famous here because he did so many charities in Azerbaijan. He was first person who started doing water construction to the Baku at the 19th centuries. Also, he opened first Muslim girls' school in Azerbaijan. And because in that time, it wasn't approved by the Muslim families, allow their kids to the daughter to take some education. This is the picture of that artist in here. He made it the lion picture, but it's called like that, 3D, because it's also lion is kind of symbol of the Shirvanshahs and ox. It was protectors, so that reason he made it the picture of lion.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, the painter is there. He's working in some paint. No, yes, same painter.
My guide was very excited. Oh, he's open.
No, we were roaming around since morning. We decided to do it on our own.
This is, guys, now we arrived to Shirvanshah Palace. Here.